There is such a simple way to get your one-person business off the ground in just 48 hours. The problem is, simple isn't always easy, and it's still gonna take a lot of work. But in this video, I really wanna resource you with a simple framework to experiment, to see if this kind of desire on your heart to turn that into a business is even possible, and how you can really get that data and feedback in 48 hours if you just commit to this process. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly this process. And the reason why I am sharing this with you is the last couple of creative direction calls that I've had have all been people that have had this idea, but they're just in the idea phase. They haven't put anything out into the world, and they think that they need to build this whole ecosystem before they even begin. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the way. You don't need a business plan, you don't need to have a product made, you don't need to have a website or any of those things. There's a simple tried and true way that will immediately let you know if the world is interested in the way, not your heart's desire, but the way that you're trying to express your heart's desire into a business. Because the world always wants the most authentic version of you. It's just the way that we're putting it out into the world may not be the form that it wants. It may need to be tweaked. The language may need to be different. So I just wanna, instead of having, all these one-to-one conversations, I just wanna help you guys out with a simple method that is by no means original, but it's what's really worked for me. So this is what I want you to do. You have an idea that's been on your heart. You have this yearning. Maybe you've collected all of this information and researched. Maybe you have an idea for a physical product and you really, really think that people are gonna love this product, but you think that you need to make the product, and just gung-ho, hope that it sells after the fact. That's not wrong, but here's a much better way of looking at this process. Stop studying, stop researching, stop trying to get all of the answers. The only thing you need to do is to see if the market wants what you have to offer. This works for products and this works for services and everything in between. So let's say you have an idea for a really specific type of outdoor furniture piece. Right now I'm really into fun, bright colored, powder coated furniture and stuff like that. Instead of going and getting a contract with a metal fabricator and a steel place and making 100 units and then spending money on ads and this and that and the other, and making a website and all those things, take what you have now, whether that's a sketch, a rendering, or maybe even a prototype. I do recommend if it's a physical product, you gotta have at least one prototype. But if it's a service, you can just do what I call a waitlist. You're going to use one of those free email sign-up forms that you can use, like ConvertKit or I think Beehive or something like that. I use Squarespace because I have a website, but if you don't have a website, you can use one of those free services. You're going to make a landing page. Super simple, whatever your thing is. If it's powder-coated home goods, the spring launch of our outdoor furniture set, join the waitlist. You can just make a waitlist that says, be the first to know when we launch. For the first 100 people, we'll get a discount code. Leave your email below and we'll update you as time goes on, whatever it is. You're going to take everything that you have, the language around your product, you're going to take the imagery, the ideas, if it's a service, you're going to take the sort of transformation, the zero to hero type of statement, and you can post that wherever you can post it, and you're going to have conversations in person wherever you have those conversations. You can make business cards about it. So if it's a physical product, post it up on whatever you use. I don't actually use social media outside of YouTube. I'm the outlier, but you can write it and post it up on Instagram. You can post it on X, on TikTok, on wherever the places are, and say this is my prototype. I want to take this to market. If you're interested, join the waitlist and be the first to know. Leave a link. And don't just do that once. Try that for, this is about 48 hours, but realistically, run the experiment for 2 weeks. talk about the process of why you're creating this product. Talk about why you want to offer this service. What led you to get to this point? What makes you qualified, not necessarily certified, but what makes you qualified to be able to offer this? What have you learned about yourself? What's your unique approach? Why is this product different? Have fun with it. Make people laugh. Share funny images. Get people talking about this, and your goal is to just get people on a wait list. You haven't even built the website. You haven't even gone to manufacture. You haven't gone to any of these things. You're just seeing if people resonate with what you have to offer and the way that you're trying to express it. And why that I really underscore the way you're trying to express it is whatever your idea is, I believe it's written on your heart and the world needs it. It's just we have to find the right way to make it a match between the product, service, and the market fit, right? So if it's a bright powder-coated outdoor piece of furniture, the world wants that. There's precedence of people doing it. It's just, are you getting it in front of the right people, using the right language, and creating the right desire? That's what you refine after the fact. But you start to learn if people desire what you have to offer by the way that they're resonating with your language, your personality. Personal brand is huge in this day and age. Who you are is almost more important than what you offer. What you offer is still so important. Product is the sort of king, but the essence of who you are is really what people gravitate towards. You can have a shitty product, which, I mean, this would be hard, but just to stretch this metaphor, you could have a really kind of, let's say, mediocre service. But the charisma and the personality and the integrity that you hold will attract and be magnetic to people to want to work with you or want to buy your product. Or you could have the best product in the world, but if people can't really sense a human in it, if people don't really get to see you in it, they might be less incentivized, right? So it's really all about encapsulating the you inside of your brand, which is a really important thing to focus on. We'll make another video about that later, and seeing if people resonate, right? So run this test for 48 hours. Go have conversations, tell people at your local coffee shop, I'm thinking about like this new product, what do you think about it? You know, you can even make business cards about it. What do you think? Like, what would you like to see? What colors would you want? Like, is there a need for this? Would you be interested in joining the waitlist? I mean, if you want to be super new age about it, you can make a little QR code and have someone scan it, or you can just say, hey man, I'll send you a text later with the link. If you don't get anyone to join that waitlist after persistently trying, this video is about 48 hours because you can get data really quickly. But also give yourself enough time. But if you can't get anyone to sign up for that waitlist, if no one's even signaling interest in what you want to bring to the world, then something needs to change, right? But on the flip side, if people are interested in, say you have an idea for a physical, I've done this so many times. I have an idea for a physical product or an idea that I do not yet have made. Big planner boxes, something like that. If I get 10 people who say they're interested and I have them on an email list, I now have 10 people who have already signaled that they might be willing to put up money to receive this product. So if it's time for me to say, okay, sweet, I'm gonna make the first batch of planner boxes. To secure your order, I need a 50% deposit, you know? So you email those people, you send that, whatever it is, you use the language to your context and your service. You can collect that capital and then I can use that capital to make the product. I don't have to come out of my pocket. Even better if it's a service. If for me, I've been doing consulting and creative direction. And so if I just market a wait list and I get 20 people who join that wait list, I can just send an application to that and say, hey, doors are open, because I know that enough people resonate with it. Doors are open, fill out this application. And then I might get 3-4 applications. If each one of those is worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, I didn't have to put any capital into trying to make a website, build out this eloquent funnel or anything. I just got to be real and raw about this is what I'm offering. If you're interested, let me know. Join the waitlist. The power of the waitlist is it just enables you to get the data and the feedback quick. I've fallen into the trap of building out a website, writing a blog, doing this for a year without ever mentioning a service or a product. And there's nothing wrong with that approach. But if you really have an idea to just start this one-person business, you can get a pretty clear idea of if people are resonating with how you're wanting to express yourself in literally a weekend. If you can get one person on that waitlist, that's a success because someone resonates with what you have to offer. Now, it might not mean that that translates to your first customer, but what that does mean is that you know what language to use, you know how to speak to people, you know how to bring out more of your authentic expression to resonate with the world, right? So this is such a powerful tool for anyone who's been stuck in this sort of information overload stage or this procrastination or perfectionist stage, because this will just destroy perfectionism because all you need is a landing page with an email sign up. That takes you no more than 5 minutes to make. There's no hiding, there's no hiding and I'm trying to perfect the design, because it doesn't need to be glamorous, right? You need a strong phrase. A great way to think about this in the sense of a service, I'll give you guys a good sort of hard-hitting transformation statement that really helps people understand exactly what you can offer. It's, I help blank go from blank to blank so that blank. For instance, I help ambitious creatives go from procrastination, analysis paralysis, and perfectionism to confidently shipping their work in 30 days so that they can feel more confident, connected, and clear on how to impact the world through their business. Something like that. Super specific, really easy to understand, clear transformation. That's sort of the language that you want to use for a service. If it's a product, it can be simple, like a super simple catchphrase. Finally, good design in fun colors. Whatever the heck it is, you can get more eloquent about it. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is the waitlist is so powerful, and I've told like 4 people in the last 2 weeks to use this method, and it works. Or it doesn't work, which means it's working. Because why spend all of this time building out all of this infrastructure if you don't even know that the idea is validated, right? So here's what you're gonna do. Use one of those free email sign-up things, ConvertKit, whatever it is. Spend 10 minutes writing the language, thinking about what you want your language to be on the page. Don't overthink it, just come up with a good tagline or transformation statement and sign up for the waitlist, be the first to know. And then spend 48 hours, a week, whatever it is, and post that out into the world. Have real conversations about it. I'm such a fan of the real face-to-face conversations. Nothing beats that. But see if people are interested and see if you can get one person to sign up to that waitlist and let that be incentive to continue. Now, if your idea is super capital intensive and it requires a lot of money to get started, that one person on the waitlist might not work out. But I've done this so many times with getting commissions as well for a service for designing and building handrails. I don't have to do anything other than the fact of write a story about the potential of what a handrail could offer and how I think about it in this sensuous, beautiful way. Send them to my website that's literally just join the waitlist here. And 3 people might sign up from me posting on Nextdoor. I use Nextdoor, it's a local marketing website. So if you have a local service, this is great. You want to do window washing, solar panel cleaning, great. Go on Nextdoor, do that, You'll know immediately if people are gonna resonate. And if people don't resonate, try again by tweaking your language, by kind of maybe speaking to a different type of person. Maybe you thought your market was gonna be people in like their 20s and 30s that are super hip, but actually it's people that are 65 and older. I find that all the time, So The power of the waitlist enables you to focus on your zone of genius and not spend time trying to make something perfect before offering it to the world. It's finding what works and then doubling down on that. So start a waitlist for your product or service. Let me know how that goes, and I'd be so excited to see what your journey is like. If you need any help, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer, and please feel free to subscribe. Thanks guys. Ciao.